Okay. All right. So I'm just going to get started. I am, first of all, welcome to Flush and Tresses. Um, this I usually just do my hair over here on this channel, and I like to go live and talk about different subjects. Some whatever's in the news. Sometimes I do story times. I just like to talk about certain topics and things that's going on. So today I am doing my hair routine. Um, so I put these mini braids in my hair probably about 2 months ago. I think it's been a bit, probably going on 3 months now, but probably about 2 months ago. I put these mini braids in my hair, mini twists in my hair for the first time. So this is how they are looking. I have redid my hair twice since I put these mini braids in my hair. I am about to redo them again this weekend. Hi, everybody. If you just joined the live, thank you for liking the live. If you have not liked the live, please make sure that you like the live. So, I like to bring my hair routine to you guys to show you exactly what I am doing with my hair to maintain the health of my hair. And also, I am on a healthy hair journey. So, I am trying to grow my hair. So, I'm just bringing my hair routine to you guys so you guys can see what I do live. So today I have I've been oiling my hair. The last time I was on live, what is today? It's Friday morning now. I think I was live Saturday. I think the Saturday was the last time I was live. I oiled my hair with tea tree oil, and I told you guys that I was going to be washing my hair really soon. So today I am kind of sort of washing my hair. Let's see, holy moly, are like the prettiest girl in the whole. Oh, that was so sweet, Angela. That was really a sweet comment. Oh my goodness. Oh, you got me all sidetracked. Thank you. I'm the only one in here. Yeah. Well, people are coming and going. You know how it is. But yeah. That you blew me away with that comment. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you for that. I done lost track now. So you have to make sure that you keep your hair clean. So I've been oiling my hair for, I want to say, at least about 2 weeks now. When my hair is in a protective style, I usually don't I usually don't wash my hair as often, but it is important to keep your scalp clean. So I bet you're prettier than. Oh, that's nice. That was a nice comment. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So you have to make sure you keep your scalp clean. So I'm not washing my hair technically. I kind of am today. So I have dry this Dove dry shampoo, refresh without water, refresh hair with a hint of brunette tint. And this is the can here. So dry shampoo is good when you're in between washes. Dry shampoo is not a permanent fix. So this will hold you over until you actually wash your hair. So I will be washing my hair most likely this weekend or next weekend. I will start to remove the front of my braids because I am redoing my front twist for the last time again. Probably, most likely, I'm gonna start taking them out this weekend. So this is gonna hold me over until I actually wash my hair. So I'm just gonna get started. So I'm gonna put this in my hair, and then I'm gonna use my tea tree oil. This is tea tree oil and leave-in conditioner in this bottle. Tea tree oil is very good also for cleansing as well. So I'm trying to cleanse my scalp. I didn't put oil in it and conditioner and cream and everything else, whatever. I'm trying to keep my scalp cleansed. So that is the purpose, the goal today. So I'm just going to get started on my routine. And then once I finish with my hair, then I'm going to get into the topic that I want to talk about. And yeah. All right. Let's see. I'm just kidding. You're the sweetest one in the whole world, girl. Oh, your voice is just a princess. Yeah. Okay. Angela, you are not the only one in here. I want to hear what girl say. Hi. Is that Michelle? Michelle? Okay. Thank you guys for being here. Make sure that you like the live. So I'm just gonna get into my hair routine. I'm gonna try to keep an eye on the chat as I'm doing this. But if I miss your comments, please forgive me. I will definitely get right back to you. So, hi, how are you? Thank you for being here. So you want to hold it when you using dry shampoo. You want to hold it a little far away from your hair. This one doesn't leave like white residue, which is very good. But I've used dry shampoo in the past, whereas though if you hold it too close, it'll leave a white residue. So I just want to get the front parameter of my hair first. I'm gonna go all around, and it smells really, really good. It's like it smells like shampoo, like fresh washed hair. Like it really smells really good. So I gotta get in those parts. Can't even see my parts. Like, whew, Lord. I love protective styles because it gives my hair a chance to like breathe and for me not to do nothing with it. But this is a high maintenance protective style. Oh my goodness. I find myself retwisting my hair like every day. All right, so I'm just going to massage that into my scalp. And I'm using my fingertips. It definitely feels a lot better. Yes. And it's not like it's a little I wouldn't even say damp. Like you know that it's on your hair, but it's not like a wet type of feeling. Okay. And now I'm just gonna get the ends of my hair. I'll be putting oil all over those ends. Okay, that's enough. Dry shampoo, I think, is really good if you sweat a lot. And here lately, I've been sweating a lot, a lot. And we're in fall right now, but it's still kind of pretty warm outside. Like it's really strange. Like the mornings is really kind of chilly, but then towards the afternoon, it's a little steamy out there. And it's really the humidity that's really taking me out. It's the humidity. Cause I think it was about 80 degrees today. And oh my goodness, I was so hot. All right, so this is just the tea tree oil and the leave-in conditioner. So the same path that I took with the dry shampoo is the same path I'm gonna take with the tea tree oil and the leave-in conditioner. Um, Natural also. Oh, that's great. I love that. I really do. So I know what my hair looks like right now, but I'm actually not natural. Um, I do get relaxers, but I do try to stretch my relaxers. So I learned to stretch my relaxers a little longer. So yeah, you can't tell from what my hair looks like right now though, because yeah. But eventually I will be fully natural because I've talked about this in a previous live, but I have a daughter and that she's my first girl. I have five children actually, all boys. All I have four boys and one girl. She's my first girl, so she's got me thinking in a whole new way now. Like with my boys, like my hair was never. I never thought like my hair can influence them or they was boys, so I never thought that way. But with my girl, I definitely think that way, and I don't want her to look at my hair and when I get relaxers in my hair, and I don't want her to look at my hair and think like, hey, I need to get a relaxer in my hair because mommy get relaxers in her hair. So yeah, eventually I will be fully natural, but right now, yeah. Not right now. But it's been almost 3 months since I got a relaxer. So yeah, yeah, I know. I know. I know. I have 4C hair. So yeah, 4C hair. I don't even want to get into the conversation because when you start talking about 4C hair, some girlies be like, "Oh, you self hate yourself and all this," but 4C hair is the roughest hair. Yeah, there is, and actually, I don't even think it's 4C hair. It's probably like 4Z. Like I think they're wrong about the number in charts or whatever. Like I think it's like 4Z because it's like the roughest hair. So although, like I said, I am relaxed, just like you said, my hair looks natural, and this is how it looks after about going into 3 months. This is what my hair starts looking like. So, but I think it's better if you stretch your relaxers. Like, yeah, I really think it's better. Like, it's relaxers are very harmful. We're not even gonna get into that conversation. But I think to cut back on some of the harmfulness, I guess, yeah, stretching your relaxer is a good idea. And I actually learned a whole lot about my hair doing YouTube. Because if you're not doing something right, you guys, oh my goodness, you guys are going to tell us people who are doing YouTube, you're going to tell us. Like, so when I first started my YouTube journey, I decided to come on camera and do my relaxer. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? And somebody called me out, and the lady, man, I don't know if it was a lady or a man, I don't know. But they was like, you're not supposed to put relaxer all over your hair. So when I first seen the comment, I was looking at it like these people is a trip. These comments or whatever. And then I'm like, well, what are they talking about? You don't put relaxer all over your hair. And I've seen plenty of videos that said the same thing. So I don't know. I just went to go look at the relaxer kit, and it actually says on the relaxer kit, you're not supposed to put the relaxer all over your hair, only on the new growth. So I've been relaxing my hair for years, years since probably since I started doing relaxes in my own hair actually the wrong way. And I learned it here on YouTube. On YouTube, that you're not supposed to do that. So like I've learned a lot through my YouTube journey here. So I really appreciate people that leave comments and say certain things or whatever. Sometimes, sometimes it kind of gets to you or whatever. Now, when they just being blatantly rude, like no, that's just like you just went out your way to try to make me upset for real. Like, but when somebody actually leaves a comment and it is actually a helpful comment that really could help you, I appreciate that. I appreciate it. I might not understand it in that moment, but when I come back and look at the comment again and then start analyzing it, then I appreciate it. So yeah, I definitely appreciate people who can be honest. That's a piece of my hair right there. Okay. All right. I think I got enough in here. Okay. How much? Oh, wait. Let's see. I learned the hard way too. Yeah. How much did your mic cost on your shirt? Um, wow, that's a good question. Wow, that is a really good question. I know it wasn't that much. I got it from Amazon. I know that. I actually seen it for the first time on TikTok. I see a lot of things on TikTok. I seen my you guys can't see it. My ring light, I seen that on TikTok. The mic, I seen it on TikTok, but I have not yet to buy anything from TikTok. But I seen it on TikTok and then I went on Amazon and it was on Amazon. So I don't think it was that much. It couldn't have been no more than like no more than like $15. It might have been a little cheaper than that actually. So yeah, it's actually really a good mic and it's a good investment, honestly, because I didn't realize like how the sound quality makes a difference when especially when you're doing lives and then also when you're doing videos it makes a big difference. So yeah, it wasn't that much though, and it's definitely a great investment. All right. Hmm, good to know. I think I need one content if I get into it. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it also cancels out the noise in the background. So I have little kids or whatever running around during the daytime, and yeah, it cancels out a lot of noise. I rather go live when the kids are asleep though, so I can concentrate on what I'm doing. So yeah. All right. So let me just get into my topic. Mm. And your mouth get dry a lot when you're talking a lot too. Um, usually after I'll put my bonnet on. Usually I'll put some mousse in my hair to kind of like lock it in, but I don't want to put anything on it. I want to try to keep it as clean as possible right now. So I'm just gonna leave it like this. I'll put my bonnet on when I get ready to go to sleep in a little bit. I should be going to sleep now, but anyway. But yeah, that's pretty much all I do for real. When I redo the front of my hair again, then I will come back and do my moisturizing and sealing routine. I would use my liquid conditioner, my cream, and my oil to lock it in. So yeah. So let me get into my topic tonight. So like I said, I like to talk about news stories, things that popped up on my timeline, things I've seen either on my YouTube feed or my TikTok feed or my Google feed. Most of the time, it's from my Google feed. I try not to get into too much that's going on YouTube and TikTok or whatever because I don't know. But I have talked about some things in the past. But this story popped up on my Google feed, and this story kind of interests me because I've talked about landlords before. I've talked about landlords and rental license and health codes and violations and stuff. I talked about a bunch of that stuff already or whatever. So this story really kind of sparked my interest or whatever. So the title of the story says Milwaukee landlord fails inspection after tenants repeated complaints about excessive mold. And that caption just that had me drawn in because like yeah, mold is very, very serious. Very, very serious. And I think that these landlords don't take mold serious enough for real. All right. So it says 1 month after a historic flooding devastated Milwaukee neighborhoods, Davia, Washington is still living with the dangerous aftermath in her basement. So apparently, I didn't know about this flood or whatever. Apparently, it was a big flood. I believe this happened in August. Yeah, yeah. The flood happened in August. It was a big flood, and it was very devastating. So people, basements, and homes got flooded and everything. Like I said, I didn't hear about it, but apparently it did happen. All right, so now they're this is like the news story is getting her take on everything. So she said it's kind of hurtful because I've lived like this after the flood, and I've tried and tried and tried not to get anybody involved. Washington said. So I can understand that from a point or whatever because I've been through some things or whatever. So I do understand trying to reach out to the landlord, trying to get things taken peacefully before you go a different route. So I definitely can understand that. Um, so then it says Washington contacted the news after a week after the August 10th flooding, asking for help when her neighborhood was littered with damaged items and furniture at nearly every curb. So after the flood, I'm guessing a lot of people in their houses, whatever, they put out furniture and stuff all outside or whatever. Apparently, they ain't have nowhere to go or whatever. And I'm guessing that Miss Washington must have reached out to the city and they didn't do anything. I'm guessing, but she reached out to the news station and they came out did a story. And then soon as anytime when you get the news involved, then everybody want to start running and doing stuff. So after she reached out to the news station, um, or the news reporter, they cleaned up the neighborhood. All right. So, while those curves have since been cleaned up, the flooding impact continues to affect her daily life and could threaten her health. All right. So they showed the picture. I should have put the picture on my thumbnail. I'll probably go back and put the picture on my thumbnail actually. They showed the picture of her basement on the morning of August 10th. So the flood happened on August 10th. So it says 10 days later, we were there to see mold that started growing after the water receded. So I'm guessing that the news, after she contacted the news station or whatever to do the story about the furniture and stuff outside or whatever, I'm guessing that they then talked to her a little bit more and she was telling them about the mold in her house, I'm guessing. So they came and looked at it. I'm guessing. This is I'm just guessing at this point because they didn't say it. So the reporter said this is actively growing. So the reporter looked at the mold and seen the mold on the walls and said, yeah, this is actively growing mold. All right. So then she said, "This is mold. I've been trying to call 211 for help to clean." So 211, if nobody is familiar with it, I am most definitely familiar with 211. So in most cities and states or whatever, 211 is like, usually it's called first call for help. So if you have any issues, like any type of issues, like if you having thoughts in your head, like you don't want to be here, if you having some issues with your housing, if like anything, any type of help that you need, like you having some addiction problems, like you can call 211, and 211 is supposed to connect you with resources in your area, or put out, or try to take care of the situation as best as they can. So you call 211. So she said she called 211 for help to clean, and then she said, "I have a son here with chronic lung disease." So that is so important right there. She said she had a son. She didn't say how old the son was, but if the son already has chronic lung disease on top of mold being in the house, that is not good at all. That is absolutely not good at all. All right. So she said she has been texting her landlord for days, asking for help. Days. Days. It just really grinds my gears that these landlords, they be so happy to take your money. Like they be so quick to take your money, and don't be late on your rent because they're gonna let you know. But when I have an issue, just like you be willing, jumping to get that rent money, you should be jumping to take care of my issue. Like I shouldn't have to be keep on contacting you and keep contacting you for an issue. Like soon as I call, when you see me calling, yeah, you need to answer the phone. Like you need to see what's going on. But anyway, she said, "I've had to explain to her since August 10th, since the flood. She's basically left everything up to me to get done." What? So you mean to tell me? You mean to tell me you told your landlord what was going on, that you had the flood? She knew about the flood. She knew it was a record breaking flood. She seen it on the news. She knew what was going on. You told her about the issue and she did nothing about it. She left everything up to you. Okay. Mhm. So this says text message between Washington and her landlord, Maxine Elder, show Elder telling Washington to clean the basement with bleach, even sending her information about where to get the free cleaning kit to bleach the walls down. Now, this is what triggered me when I was. This tremendously triggered me because there is benefits. Well, there is like pros and cons to renting and buying. Okay, so when you buy a house, you own your house. If something happens, anything that happens in that house, you are responsible for it. You need to get it fixed. Like you need to take care of it. It's nobody for you to call. You need to take care of it. You hire a contractor. You pay for the contractor. You get it fixed. When you are renting, you call your landlord and your landlord get it fixed. That's why you are renting. Most of the time, a lot of people, they would rather rent, and I've heard this. They would rather rent as opposed to buying a house, because when you rent, you're not responsible to take care of things when things happen for real. You're not responsible for it. Now, if you just wrecking up people's houses, then that's a whole different story or whatever. But you're not responsible. That is the landlord's responsibility. So for this landlord to tell this lady, Miss Washington, um, I, first, I wish I would be on the phone. I wish I would be on the phone with a landlord and I'm telling them about an issue. And I've had this issue actually. This is probably why it grinds my gears so much, because I've actually had this issue, but not to this degree or whatever. Like I've had landlords try to put their responsibility off on me. Like that's not my job. That's your job. That's why I pay you rent. That's why I pay you rent. You're supposed to do that. That's your job to do. So anyway, yeah, that just really grind my gears all the way when I read that. Like, you gonna tell her the where to go to get a cleaning kit? Like, you need to be telling yourself that information. All right, moving on. On August 21st, now the flood happened on August 10th. This is now 10 days later, 11 days later, 2 weeks later. 2 weeks later, that's what it sounds like there. August 21st. It happened August 10th, August 21st. So 2 weeks, approximately 2 weeks later, Washington asked if anyone was coming to clean her basement. Elder, the landlord, responded saying it was Washington's responsibility. I know you fucking lying. I know you. What? Let, let a landlord tell me that's my responsibility. Hmm. Yeah, all right. Yeah, I bet. Okay. So she went on, she said, I've tried and tried and tried not to get anybody involved, kind of giving her the benefit of the doubt, like she was going to come and do the repairs. Washington said, I'm tired and fed up. I bet you is. I would be too. I would be too. Like, yeah. So it says when TMJ4, which is I'm guessing the news station or the news people, whatever, returned Thursday, 1 month later. 1 month. The mold was shocking to see. So they had a picture of it and it looked bad. It looked really bad. So they said fuzzy spores and black mold looking spots were covering almost every corner of Washington's basement. She said, my worst fear is that it's going to grow up into the living room area and literally we're stuck. We don't have anywhere else to go. And I know that feeling. I know that feeling. Like I know that feeling. So she said, they said on September the 9th, Elder Elder asked Washington to sign a mutual agreement to end the lease, saying she was tired of this back and forth. So here we go. Here we go with the bullshit. Here we go. Here we go. So there's a flood. Mold started growing in the basement. I've been told you about the mold. You told me to get a kit to clean it. I told you I'm not cleaning it. Um, I'm thinking you gonna come and fix it. I asked you if you gonna come and fix it. You tell me it's my responsibility. So see, see, I'm a different type of person than Miss Washington because like you got one time to say something out of the way to me. And yeah, because I know this ain't right. I know this ain't right. I know I'm not supposed to be living like this. I know this ain't right. So you got one time. I'm telling you, you got one time to say something out of the way to me. One time. Hmm. All right. So she said, okay. So then okay, let me back it up. So anyway, so the landlord basically got tired of the tenant keep asking her about the mold. So she decided she wanted to end the lease or whatever, and she asked her to sign this mutual agreement to end the lease. You want me to leave, basically. You trying to put me out because I'm holding you to you doing your job. You wasn't trying to put me out when that rent money was coming in, though. But now you want to basically put me out because I'm asking you to fix this problem. That's your job. That's your job. Like, these landlords, I think a lot of people see this get rich quick scheme. I think they see it and they, you know what I'm saying, get the money, get the house, all this stuff or whatever, because they thinking about the residual income and everything. And it's great. It's great. It's lovely. But I think where they fall short at is understanding, like, okay, look, you this your business. This property is your business. So you need to treat it like your business. Anything that's going on with your business, you need to be about your business. Like, the business can't run itself. The business can't run itself. You have to be about your business. You have to take care of that property because that's your business. I just don't, I just can't understand the logic and I don't get it. I really don't. All right. So then after the landlord tried to get her to sign this mutual agreement, it says Washington then reported the mold and other issues to the Department of Neighborhood Services and Section 8. So pause, back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up. You mean to tell me, Miss Washington, now I'm about to get on you right now. You mean to tell me that you got Section 8 and you letting this type of thing go on? Section 8 don't play that. And I wish, I I swear, I wish that I was one of them lucky, fortunate ones to get Section 8. I've tried to get on the waiting list and it never came through for me or whatever. But I really wish, because Section 8 I don't know about public housing, but Section 8, they don't play that. That's one thing I know about Section 8. They do not play that. If you call them and tell them you got an issue, they're gonna come out and do an inspection. When they see that whatever the issue is, oh yeah, they need to they're going to contact the landlord. Listen, you need to get this fixed in 30 days. If you don't get this fixed in 30 days, you won't get no more rent money. Point blank, period. And I don't understand why Miss Washington didn't then reach out to Section 8, because that kind of threw me for a loop while I was reading the story. I'm like, okay, yeah, like Section 8, she got Section 8. They don't play that. They don't play that. I wish that I had some Section 8, because they don't play that. And a lot of landlords know that Section 8 don't play that. So they go by, oh no, we don't accept Section 8. So they go by this thing. They say that people with Section 8 turn up their houses and stuff. And that might be true. That could be honestly true for real. But I really think that it got a big thing to do with the fact that these landlords don't want to have their tail hold to the fire, because they know, like, Section 8 not playing that. Section 8 come out everything, like the steps, if the porch is not even, they, oh, okay, you need to get this fixed. Get it fixed in 30 days, or yeah, that's it. Like, they not playing that. So for her to be dealing with it all this long time and not call Section 8 and tell Section 8, I'm kind of lost for real. I'm kind of lost. I'm not understanding that. I'm not understanding that. Like, my when I mm, mm, mm. I know how Section 8 work. I know how Section 8 work. I've moved around all my life when I was a kid. All my life, we was moving pretty much almost like every year. Almost every year. Yeah, I know what it is. So I don't understand why she ain't been reach out to Section 8. That kind of like, that threw me. All right. So after she reached out to the department where she receives rental assistance, which is Section 8. All right. Now, after those agencies were contacted, Elder the landlord, emailed Washington saying she was sorry to hear about the mold and apologized that this wasn't reported to her sooner. So let me get this right. So let me get this right. I've been telling you since the flood happened that about this mold. I've been telling you. I've been seeing it. I'm looking at it. I've been telling you since it's been happening. I asked you to get it fixed, to get it cleaned up. You told me to go get a bleach kit. I call you up, say, is you gonna get it fixed? You told me it's my responsibility. Now that the people is reaching out to you, now you're gonna send me an email and say that you wish you would have known about it sooner? Are you serious? Like the audacity, the audacity. And one thing that I have learned through my experiences is that definitely keep a paper trail and keep the text messages. Keep them text messages. I'm telling you, keep them text messages because them text messages will, yeah, because she wanted to lie and say, like, now if let's imagine, let's just say she was on the phone with her or whatever. You can't really, well, you not legally, you're not supposed to record phone calls, but them text messages, yeah, it's all in the text messages. Or everything that you said to me, everything you told me to do, it's all in the text messages. Keep them text messages. That's what I will say. It is very important because you can take them text messages and go print them out, and when you need to go to court, you got all your text messages right there. All right, anyway, so then she said, okay, she didn't know, well, asking for help a month. That's despite, okay, right, I'm right there. So then the reporter said that that's despite messages that shows Washington repeatedly asking for help the month prior. Right. So you can lie all you want, if you can lie all you want. But the proof is right here in these text messages. So she said she didn't know how her property looked until the heat came on her. And that's my problem right there. That is my whole problem. Because they get these properties, the money start flowing in, and especially you got Section 8. You know Section 8 is guaranteed. Like it's not no, they not about to play. That money is gonna be there for real. You got this money flowing in or whatever, and you have no idea what's going on in your property. No idea. And I just talked about this. Well, I ain't just talk about this, but I'm doing like my shorts and stuff. And I just posted some shorts about the young lady that I can't call her a young lady, but the lady who had her kids in the house for 5 years abandoning them. And the landlord decided to do a wellness check or whatever. Had he been checking on his property, he would have knew a year in that them babies was in their house. This is what I'm talking about. These landlords, they don't care nothing about the property. They don't care nothing about the property. All they care about is that money coming in. Once that money stop coming in, now they trying to go see what's going on. But had she would have known if she when she told her about that mold, it should have been her job to come see the property. And a lot of these landlords, they live out of town, out of state. I heard some situations out of the country. Some people was out of the country. But if you gonna make it a goal to purchase a home, nowhere, no matter where it's at, and rent it out, you need to be able to get there. Like a lot of landlords, they all will take a picture. Like me taking a picture is not like you coming to see what the problem is. Like, all right. Anyway, Washington Home failed a Section 8 inspection on September the 15th. Of course she did. Of course she did. A report cites multiple issues, including excessive mold, and states elder has 30 days to correct the problems or she won't receive payment on rent. So Miss Washington said, "This is our home right now. We don't have anywhere else to go. We're being forced to live like this," Washington said. So the new station TMJ4 called Elder Thursday, the landlord, asking about the repairs and if she plans to return Washington's $3,000 security deposit. We were hung up on. Yeah, I bet. I bet she did. I bet she did hang up the phone. We called again and texted her asking to hear her side of the story and were told no comment. So I had to read that story because like yeah, these landlords are something. They are something else, and where I am in my life right now, I've come to the end of the road of renting. I've come to the end of the road. Like I can't do it no more. I absolutely cannot do it anymore. Between the things that you go through with the landlords and then also rent prices being raised extremely high. Yeah, I'm at the end of the road. I'm at the end of the road. So I am in the process of buying my own home for the first time. So I'm gonna be a first time homeowner. Because I can't do it no more. I can't do it no more. People obviously don't care about people. Um it's all about money, and I know that's how the world works. I understand, but at some point people should have some type of conscience, some type of something. They should have something and they don't. So I'm at the end of my road, and I would advise if anybody is going through any of these issues like this, dealing with landlords and stuff, and they not doing what they supposed to do, I would advise anybody that's the only way to go is to buy a house. That's the best. That's the only way to go. And I'm being told even with that, it's a lot of crap with that as well. But I I just feel like I would rather own my own home and go through crap and understand like if I don't get stuff fixed, it's because I didn't get it fixed, as opposed to paying my money into somebody else's pockets and stuff is still not getting fixed like it's supposed to be getting fixed. Like so um I'm gonna try to attach this GoFundMe, Miss Washington. I read the story. They had a GoFundMe attached to whatever because I guess she's trying to get up the money to move and everything, and I get it or whatever. And my heart definitely goes out to her. But yeah, girl, you should have been reached out to Section 8. Like you waited too long. But yeah, I'm gonna try to attach her GoFundMe to my hopefully I wonder if I can do that. I'm not sure if I can do it because like it's a whole bunch of rules and stuff or whatever on YouTube and these social media platforms. But I'm gonna try to attach it. But it is www.gofundme.com, and then it says F flood recovery for the Via's family. So yeah, I'm gonna try to attach it in the live somewhere, um, because my heart definitely goes out to her, and that's definitely a sticky situation, and it's definitely a hard one. Like you you don't have nowhere else to go, but like you got to get out of where you at. So that's definitely a hard one. So if you are just joining the live, I did my hair routine. I washed my hair. I used some dry shampoo and tea tree oil and leave-in conditioner in my hair. I did my hair routine, and I talked about a new story that I seen on pop up on my Google feeds. So yeah, so I just have a few more minutes, whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and try to go to stretch it out until 1 hour. So yeah, if anybody have any questions, you ask me any questions that you might have. Please make sure that you like the live. Liking the live really helps us out over here to our goal. We are trying to get monetized. I have been on YouTube for 3 years now, and I am still not monetized yet. It's a long road. It really is a long road, and sometimes I get kind of discouraged. But when you look around and you understand exactly what it is, um, then you understand. So I've been watching YouTube and social media for a long time. So like sometimes I get a little discouraged, but then I understand like the concept. I understand the concept. When you are drama filled, when you have a lot of drama going on, when you are showing foolishness or whatever, people want to tune in for the foolishness. They will run to tune in for the foolishness. But when you are a regular person, a boring person, you don't really do too much or whatever and everything. Mind your business, stay low key or whatever. It's going to take a while. It's going to take a while. So when I started getting discouraged or whatever, I started to realize like this is what it is. But I have actually came a long way, and I am very proud of how far I have come. Like, mm, mm, I'm very proud of how far I've come. I've definitely come a long way. I always wanted to do YouTube. When I first discovered YouTube, I wanted to get on YouTube. I wanted to get on YouTube, and it was the hair content that drove me to want to get on YouTube. I watched a lot of things on YouTube when I first started watching YouTube, a lot of things. But it was the hair content that really, like, it was so interesting to me. Yeah. So yeah, I was like, well, one day I just was like, well, you know what? I'm gonna start my YouTube page. I'm gonna start my YouTube page. And that first video I recorded, I was very nervous. I was very scared. And looking back at it now, like it's hilarious. Like it is very hilarious. I didn't realize like how damaged my hair was. And my hair was damaged because a lot of bad things that I was doing for my hair, but I didn't even realize the bad things that I was doing for my hair at the time. So I recorded that video, and I was like, when I look back at it, it was like I was looking at it and I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna post this, but then something told me like just post it, whatever, just post it. Like, and I was so in my head when I first started because I had an Android phone. So I was so in my head, like, oh, I don't have a good camera. It was all about the camera for real. Like, so, but I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna post it. I'm just gonna post it and see what happened. And I've been doing like social media stuff since I got on social media, actually. So, like, it it wasn't kind of nothing new to me. So yeah, once I started like getting into it, and like I listen to a lot of content creators. I listen a lot. Like I don't I have never I have no shade to anybody who have paid content creators for classes and paid people for, you know, no shade to none of you guys, but that was never on my mind. That was never on my mind. Well, let me pay so and so for this information because, like, in the day and age that we're in, all you gotta do is just type it up on your phone and it's gonna pop up. Like everything that you need to know is type it in your phone and it's gonna pop up. So, like, I don't know. I can't. I just I didn't never. I never had a a thought in my head to go pay somebody for some information I can go look up. So once I started, I paid attention though. I paid attention to a lot of content creators that were talking about certain things. So even like when it comes down to the entertainment content creators that I watch or whatever, like I could be in somebody live or looking at somebody live, and they could be, talking to the comments and oh, yeah, my ring light, I just got a new ring light. So that put a mental note in my head, like if you want to be a content creator, you gotta get a ring light. You need a ring light. Certain things I paid attention to when people was asking questions to content creators, like, well, what editing app do you use? And I paid attention to stuff like that. That was a mental note. Okay, all right. If when I do get ready to do that, then I know what app to get to, what I'm saying, to edit. So it's just little things like that. Everything is a learning lesson. So even when like I'm on YouTube or TikTok anywhere, and it's for my entertainment, because I get most of my entertainment from YouTube and TikTok. Like I don't really look at TV too much or whatever. Now me and my husband, we are movie fanatics, so we do watch movies. But most of the time I'm on YouTube and TikTok to get my entertainment for real. So even when I'm in lives or getting my entertainment, I'm still constantly learning and looking and putting mental notes in my head, like, okay, that's how you do that. That's how you do that. I pay a lot of a lot of free content sessions or whatever and everything. I go make sure I get a part of that to find out, tips and tricks or whatever. I found out a lot of stuff from them type of lives and stuff. One of the things is I was having problems with thumbnails. I was having a major problem with thumbnails. Like I could not get my thumbnails right. But I was in somebody one of the they like, it's like a group or whatever and everything, like they give free information or whatever, and they said Canva for your thumbnails. So bam, like I try to get as much free information as I possibly can, without paying for it for real, like because the information is out there. You just gotta know where to look at and put it all together. It's not gonna come all together. You gotta take a note here, a note there, a note here, and put it all together. And wow, that's what you got. So, all right. So we are a minute, 2 minutes out. So this has been a good live. So yeah, I'm about to end it. I'm just waiting for that hour mark. I'm just waiting. It's coming. It's almost here. Where's my put my bonnet on. Let me do that. I don't like this bonnet. Other bonnet. Let's see. Mm-mm. I need to get some organization. That's what I need. I can't find my bonnet. Mm-mm. Oh, there it is. I found it. All right. So I know I'm at an hour now. So thank you. If you were here, thank you for tuning into my live. Please make sure you like the live on your way out. And I'll see you guys in the next one.